Hi guys, don't mind my hair. I just came back from outside. So basically we are going to talk about the episode for Andromedans, okay? I know they're one of my favorite to talk about because I really resonate with Andromedans a lot. I feel like there's something about Andromedans that really draws me to them. But let's talk about them. So basically they reside in the Andromeda galaxy, which is about 2.5 million years from where we are. Or light years? Is it light years? I have my computer here just to make sure to cross-reference, but something about that. So they're not too close, but they're not too far either. And from what I have learned is that the Andromeda star galaxy is actually going to collide with ours, the Milky Way, eventually. By then we're going to be like really totally evolved, or maybe even, not even here anymore. But I believe that I have really high hopes for the human collective, so I honestly feel like we're going to still be here. But just not in the same way that we are thinking, because we are ascending, so our physical body is definitely going to be pretty much obsolete eventually. But so talking about Andromedans, okay, Andromedans are freedom seekers. They are very similar to Lyrans or Lyrans. They do not like authority, okay, and I can totally resonate with that. But the reason why they are considered rare is because their species, the way that their light is emanated and the level of light that they have, it is so strong and so much light within their vibration that it makes it harder for them to incarnate here on Earth. So I think there's only like 800,000, which is pretty rare. Considering most starseeds here are made up of Pleiadians, Lyrans, Draconians, and Sirians, and Arcturians. So if you resonate with being an Andromedan, welcome, and thank you so much for working so hard to come here, because it is not easy to hold your high vibration to be over here, because I think Andromedans vibe on like 12th dimension, I believe, or 13. So that's pretty high. Yeah, and then with Andromedans, from what I have learned, is that the planetary star system is actually populated with various types of species, especially the episode before this one, I talked about the Lyrans, right? The Lyrans. So the refugee Lyrans that had to escape from the war, the Lyran Draconian War that happened, that led a lot of like a huge tragic massacre for the Lyran species, okay? Talking about that always makes me sad. But I feel like from what I can gather from all of my collective knowledge about Andromedans is that they are made up of Pleiadians, Andromedans, which are the indigenous there. They're also made up of Sirian from Sirius B, because again, Sirius B has imploded because, again, like I said, the Tree of Life there was already also destroyed many eons ago from the war. And then so they also the souls there had to refuge in the Andromeda star system. And also I noticed Andromeda is very multi-dimensional and very multifaceted in terms of the feature and the landscaping of the planet and the planetary system itself, because they have within their star system, they have planets that are also water-based, and then there are other planets that are more of like Hadarian style, where there are more trees and things like that. And then I know that I have been to Andromeda star system through my meditation, and there is a place where it's all crystal, made out of crystal towers and crystal village. It's like a city made out of crystals, just crystals alone. And Andromeda also, from what I learned from my personal experience and past life regression memory, I learned that Andromeda is also one of the major spots for hosting soul recovery, like soul rehabilitation is what I mean. They have a crystal tower, actually hundreds of crystal towers there, that souls that have passed on here from Earth, because they are working together with this our planetary system as well. For anyone who is coming from Earth doing the light work, of all species, we get to go to Andromeda crystal towers to relax there and heal. That's one of the major places that we get to go to, from what my guides have told me, and my higher self as well. I have read, even like if you read about Dolores Cannon's books and stuff, I learned a lot from her, but I also channeled a lot of it on my own because I am a channeler, and I'm a clairvoyant as well, so I see a lot of visions. And have cell memory as well. So a lot of the stuff that I read with Dolores Cannon, it really, like, I was shocked to see and hear the same type of similar stories of what I had experienced in terms of my past life regression experiences. So, and then with the towers there, so Andromeda is one of the major spots for hosting the soul recovery there. And then what else can I talk about? So Andromedans are very multifaceted, and they're very androgynous too, meaning like they have a good balance of both masculine and feminine, and in a way that it's almost like their vibration is very balanced and neutral, but not neutral. It's kind of like they have a good grasp of both sides of the yin and yang. And that's what I really love about them. Maybe that's why I'm really drawn to them. I just feel like you may find that you may resonate with having no gender at all in terms of the way that you see yourself, right? Non-binary is something that is very common for Andromedans. What else? But that doesn't have to be with all of Andromedans, so take what you resonate with, because I have met like a couple that are androgynous. And then there's also this thing where Andromedans are very creative but logical at the same time, and that's the great part about it, is that they are, believe it or not, they are almost like a mixture of the way that their skills and talents are portrayed. They're very scientific, logical, but then they're also very creative. So in the way that they can actually produce projects like no other. And I believe there are a couple of celebrities that are very creative and also very logical. I can't really name them. I don't remember who they are, but I remember reading about them. And their personalities really do fit Andromedan personality. But I did read about, if you want to check out the spiritnomad.com, that website is a good one too. But I have channeled a lot of information that kind of coincide with what I have learned online with my personal Akashic record diving, because I do that quite a lot. And sometimes I get visions without even wanting them, really. Like sometimes I will get spurts of seeing past lives, and that's something that apparently is pretty common for me, and it kind of sucks sometimes because when I'm not emotionally ready for it, it just comes and I'm like, well, I have to kind of stop what I'm doing. But what else? Talking about that, Andromedans are very freedom seekers. They like to travel. They like to make sure that they hate can I say the word hate? Yeah, okay, borderline hate. They really dislike the fact that certain species of the dark didn't really, they really don't like the dictatorship kind of, mentality. So if you resonate with being an Andromedan, you may not really get along with authorities, okay? And you like to be like a nomad, like you just like to live. You're a freedom thinker, freedom creator. So yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.